Whew, okay guys, hello to my favorite recorded video of the day. I've been recording like crazy since this morning, lots of videos, but this is my by far favorite one of the day. We're going to do Stella, How to Stella Part 3, yay! So, I'm really excited. I love this monster. It's, it's I feel like by really hyping her up, I've introduced this monster to the community, sort of like what Baron did with Orion and other stuff, the Braha Zaros comp, etc. So I'm really happy about this. This is the part 3 of Stella's How to Stella, and actually it's the most complete because the other two I did them while not having max skilder, like I have like for the last 4 months, by not having violent on her either. So yeah, this is a very good chance to talk about her and the upcoming HoH. I know this video might stay on for a while, as Stella, a good How to Stella. So we're going to, ooh, boobs. Anyway, so we are definitely going to talk about Stella first, and then as a side note, talk about the HoH in the end, so that people who watch this in the future will be able to just skip the HoH since it's already happened, so they don't need to listen to that. So, this is my Stella. This is her stats. I use her in Giants. Well, actually, I don't use her in Giants anymore, but I could. I'll show you. I use her in Dragons and in Raids. Every raid possible, all the comps. She is Violent Endure because I want as much resistance as possible for raids, and because these Endure runes are sick. And yeah, Violent because Violent. She needs some more speed here and here. But, yeah. These are her runes. They are really nice. And yeah, so she is max skilled. Obviously, you want the max skills because 75% defense chance, 100% branding chance, as you can see here. That was a new change and was amazing. So 100% activation branding is crazy good. It activates almost all the time in raids, even with the meager 32% accuracy that I have. And also this activates as well a lot, so that's really nice. I want to talk about this a little bit. The number of strikes will increase up to 7 hits accordingly to your attack speed. According to your attack speed. Come to us, please. Anyway, grammar. Guys, it's not 243 speed. You do not need 243 speed to get 7 hits with Stella. I think I said that in my previous videos because I hadn't done my own research and I just trusted Reddit. It's not like that. My Stella does 7 hits with any speed lead right now, and that amounts to less than 243. That amounts to like 230 something with a 24% speed lead and the 15% from my totem. That doesn't get her to 243 speed, and or 241. I think that was another threshold somebody else said, but either of those don't get her to that speed, and she still does 7 hits. If you want to test it out on your own, the trick is to turn on the sound. All credit for this goes to Pando. He told me, Pandopedia, he's been in, he's a really nice guy from Oblivion. He told me about it when I first started experimenting with Stella. He was experimenting at the same time as well, and he did his own like kind of trial and error environmental testing. So he took her to Fireman, for example, and he just turned on game sounds, put ×1 on the speed, and you just listen for the ticks because you can't really see them because the animation is so fast. Even on +1, you can't really pick up every single hit. The animation is too fast for her, it doesn't catch up with her, but the sounds do. So listen to the sounds and you will notice how many hits she does. Another way to do it is to go to Giants, go to the final boss, and have her as your fastest monster or something, and just hit the boss and see how many ticks down the counter of the counterattack goes on the Giants. For example, if I take my Stella with Verda lead in Giants and I use her third skill, she will just get smacked immediately because she will hit him 7 times. But that's because Verda lead is a bit stronger than the 24%. So she does get that she gets the 7 hits. She also gets, so overall what I want to say about this is that she doesn't need 243 speed, she needs much less, and you need about 211 before towers. So 227, 226. I haven't experimented too much because I would have to do it on rune removal, and I've never had time on rune removal to, you know, play around with specific speeds, like go up by 1 speed increment every time and see. But I've never had time to do that, so I think it's like 207, 208 before any towers. So it should be about 220 something for the 7 hits. But what I want to say about this is, like, yeah, it's nice if you can, but you don't have to like tunnel vision on the 7 hits. It's more important to have good survivable stats and strong attacker stats, like these for example, and do 6 hits. It's okay, you can do 6 hits, but do good damage and put the branding up, etc, etc. So well, I definitely recommend Violent on her, especially now that most people are going to be able to farm some stuff to max skill her. Let's show her in Dragons, in my new Dragons team. Well, not new exactly, but not old either. Where's Bird? There he is. Sig. Stella. Galleon. So, this is my new Dragons team with the new-ish Stella. That if she gets 1 more grindstone, she'll be faster than Verd, which will be amazing because Verd will boost her as well. I don't want to make Verd a bit slower, because if I make him slower, I'll make him a lot slower, and I don't. Whoa, we crashed. Well, sorry guys. We'll do it again. Anyway, I don't want to make Verd a lot slower because he'll just not get that 3rd turn. You'll notice what I'm talking about as we go on the dragon. I have pretty much 2 turns to kill him, then the immunity tower goes up. If Verd gets a bit slower, he won't get that 3rd turn, because right now Galleon and Verd are getting that, and if my Stella is faster than Verd as well, she'll get that 3rd turn and get that extra damage on the defense break that's hopefully there. So that will be key to making the Dragons runs even faster. Right now my Dragons team is good because it's doing like average 108, so that's great. Most of the runs you'll see are below 110. Some of them are I do get some like 120 runs, but not many. Yeah, let's see right now. Let me type something. So, as you can see, Stella does lots of damage, and she also is backup defense break, which I've talked about in another video, so it's okay. Let's see. I changed Spectre with Sig because it's much more reliable, I think. Hey, time to loot. It's also really nice if she goes branding first instead of the 3rd skill, but the 3rd skill does a lot of damage too, so I'm okay with it too. Hey, Ice Volcano. And here, see, if Stella was faster before Verd, he would have boosted her into this, so she would have gotten a hit on the defense break instead of on the immunity. So those little things are what make things faster and faster. See, 111 run. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh wow. No, double resistance, fuck this. Too bad. At least we got a 6-star violin. We can tell our grandchildren about that. So yeah, that's about it for the Dragon Stella. For Raid Stella, it's about the same as I've always said, but Just use her in the back line. With HoH, she works very well with HoH. She works as a HoH replacement. A team that I used and succeeded actually was Lisa, Diaz, Tasun front with my current runes, and Stella, Arjun, Colleen back. So that team worked really well, even though I only had Stella as my attack for reduction, even without HoH. So, and I've said it again and again, she's really a very decent HoH replacement if you don't have one, especially now that she has so many free skill ups. Definitely violent on her. Definitely some sort of defensive build on her as well, as far as raids are concerned, if you want to use her there. Let's use her in Giants for the fun of it as well. Where is she? There she is. And yeah, as I said, remember that. Like everybody asks me what's the 7-hit combo for what's the 7-hit threshold for Stella. You don't have to be so meticulous in going for it, because it's just not needed. She's fine. If she does 6 hits, it's still great. Yeah, in raids, if she has, like my Stella, if she has attack buff, defense break on the boss, and branding on the boss, in raids my Stella can do 5.7 on each hit. That's 36 something. 36? It's a bit above 36,000 in one attack if everything crits, which usually does in raids. So yeah, that's ridiculous damage added to the if you add the what is it? If you add the attack bar reduction as well on top of it. See, my Stella did 6 hits here because she doesn't have a speed lead, any speed lead. But with a 24% speed lead, she would get 7 hits, funnily enough. And yeah, I think that's about it for the current, like the altogether events of and tips for Stella. What I want to talk about now is the HoH. So Lexy, the Fire Assassin, she's not bad for live PvP. I'm gonna call it out now. I'm not sure she'll be used, but I think a Vampire Lexy with max skills will be a pretty interesting team in live PvP, as I think the meta will go. If the meta goes in a different direction, I'm not sure how good she will be, but I think she will be a very interesting counter to some teams. Even if the meta is weird, I think she will be a nice pocket pick. Since if we're gonna talk about live PvP, we might as well start talking with Hearthstone and League of Legends, terminology. It's like we're gonna start talking about lots of what this counters this and this counters this. So even though I don't really care about live PvP, at least for now, since we know 0 things about it and it's probably gonna take another 6 months to go live, but I think that Lexy will be a pretty interesting pick for that, like with Vampire Destroy or something maybe, because she will her passive doesn't affect Vampire, and she does help your whole team with her damage reduction. So if you go with sort of a full Vampire or Bruiser-like team, even with heals maybe, but prepared to be less, maybe with Tsusun and Atenai, I don't know, something with balance heals, that don't get affected by it. Fun stuff like that. But yeah, Lexy I think will be quite okay. I don't think like people who don't have the resources to just, I'll farm 10 Lexys on Saturday. If you can't do that, I don't really suggest going for her as a live PvP gimmick. You probably won't care for now. But what I do suggest is, if you have it in your mind, and you should, I think, that you want to build Stella, but you don't have one yet. If you have one yet, max killer, come on, don't be a dick. If you don't have one yet, but you would like one, I suggest that you do farm the HoH. Not maybe for Stella needs 14 skill ups. That's a huge amount, like 5 and 5 and 4. 14 skill ups is a lot. I'm not suggesting you farm 14 Lexys. or even 15 if you want to have one in storage. But I do suggest that you farm as many as you can comfortably without slitting your wrist, because when you get Stella, which I hope all of you do, and you really want to use her, you should you shouldn't have to use all those Devilmons, because you will have to, because she's crap without Devilmons. You don't not have to invest all those Devilmons in her like I did. I'm totally happy with it because I did really early, so I've gotten a solid amount of use out of her, so it's been worth it. But if you do it in 2 months, like let's say in 2 months you get a Stella, and you have to use all those Devilmons on her, with some assassins maybe, but a lot of Devilmons all the same, you know, you'll be looking at the HoH and kicking yourself. So since it's a monster that has been repeatedly buffed by Come To Us and has risen to being very, very, very solid, both for raids and for dragons, and not just dragon speed teams, even for dragon normal teams, she's pretty good. I do thoroughly and completely, and like any other adverb you want to put there, suggest that you farm as many Lexys as you can in preparation for Stella. I know it sounds weird, but think of it as for every Lexy that you farm, that's one less Devilmon for your future Stella. As far as the other assassins are concerned, just fuck Tanya. She doesn't need skill ups. Isabel needs them, but not all of you have Isabel. If you have Isabel and want to max her up, max her, and then still farm some for Stella. I mean, every single Lexy you farm is one less Devilmon, and that's really important because you need so many. That's about it for the HoH talk. That's about it for the how to Stella. I think we capped everything. We talked about everything. The speed cap, how it's not 241, 243, and how it's not actually that important to actually get it. A Stella can be about 180 speed on Violent, and she'll be absolutely marvelous. She'll do 6 hits. So be happy with that, that's okay. Focus on good attacking stats, focus on great defensive stats. You see my Stella has 20k HP for raids, or 20k HP for raids. I could use a bit more defense, but whatever. And yeah, that is about it. You can use her in 3 instances of the game right now. Also, oh, I forgot to tell you about this. Stella is one of the best world boss monsters right now with this current world boss. She is, let me see if I can actually, I can't show you because I don't have entrances left. According to Varian, she is the she's the 15th best monster overall, over all the monsters in the game. With skill ups, she's the 15th top monster for world boss according to his formula. So for me, she is 4th, I think. It's Chao, Theo. Yeah, it's Chao, Theo, Teshar, then Stella. Oh, that's the order the contribution goes, and often she actually goes second, ends up second in contribution. She's never gotten first, but she's trying really hard. So yeah, she's an amazing world boss monster. She will skyrocket your score probably. So that's one more use for her. She's good. She's decent in PvP, as Childish shoutout has shown, but you know, overall, being great in Giants, Dragons, World Boss, and Raids is good enough for me to thoroughly invest in a monster and actually use it a lot. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this has been helpful. Any questions that you might have, comment below and I will answer. That's about it. Thank you for watching and have a great day.